So I'm on Facebook. Yesterday I'm on Facebook. And what do I see on Facebook in my memories? 10 years ago today, I accepted the GM position for Applebee's. I thought it was the best career move I ever made. Right underneath that post of me telling everybody on Facebook that I had become GM of Applebee's was a post a year later to the day of me talking about my ulcers. Restaurant work, man. Whether you're in management, a cook, a server, bartender, it's a stressful job, you know? So it got me thinking. I've had this long journey to get where I am today. It's been a wild journey, but it's been a long journey. And I just wanted to kind of tell you about it. Maybe I can start a trend and find out, you know, how you guys got into the window cleaning world. I would like to hear your stories also, so if I'm lucky enough to have you stick around to the end of the video, you appreciate it, please put out your own and let me know your journey into window cleaning, yeah? So I'm going to try to build this channel up over the winter. I could use your help. If you're a first time watcher or you've been watching for a while and you're not subscribed, could you please subscribe to the channel? If you like the video and you like where this is heading, could you hit the like button? Put the thumbs down button if you want, but alright, let's talk about it. Alright, so in the summer of 90, maybe about the summer of 90, I was living full time with my father at the time. I'd been yanked from my mom's house, put with my dad. I was living with a stranger, so I hadn't seen this man in forever. I got kind of wild. I went from being a so-so athletic, sports-minded student to where I didn't care about nothing, man. We were broke. My dad had gotten into a business dealing with a neighbor down the road, and it kind of went south. But me and this neighbor had been talking back and forth. He's older than me, 10 years older than me, but he took a liking to me. He seen the situation I was going through. And there was a day in February of 1991. I was 15 years old, getting ready to turn 16 the next month, and this dude takes me out for my first day of work with him, cleaning windows. Well, from then on out, I worked with this dude a lot. Probably was one of the most trained window cleaners you could find from 15 to 17. Me and this dude he trained me good. So he made sure that I graduated high school. He made sure that I had a career, that I could always make money in doing something. I gone into the Army, did a few years with that, but came back to window cleaning. It was always window cleaning. I try odd jobs here and there, but man, we used to dream back in the day as we were building the commercial routes. So, you know, when we had our first $300 day, that was the toughest day ever, man. I'm talking, it was the toughest day ever. That was in, you know, mid-90s. We're working our asses off on these commercial routes, dreaming of big dreams and how we're going to build this company to be, you know, the most successful company in the United States of America. And we would just talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And that's all we did. We were buddies. We wanted to build business together, you know what I mean? So I'm married, have kids, doing my thing, early 20s, having a ball in life. Work when I want to work because it's so easy to go out and make money cleaning windows. Had a little route here and there. So this dude that put all this skill in me worked his butt off finally, and we got away from the company we were subcontracting off of. And he finally went all in and created his own company. So I worked with him for a few years. That guy, hey, by the way, that guy's name's Ron Hughes. He's in the group. I'll put a link to his video for his work truck right here. So he launched ProClean. 1999, maybe? 98? Late 98? 99? I got an opportunity to do nothing but construction cleanup. In order to do that, I had to be licensed. So I licensed as SureShine. I don't know what it was about a 24-year-old having that much money, but we were making so much stupid money, and I was just living paycheck to paycheck with it. We blew it and blew it and blew it. I had no nest egg. I had nothing. I was living, I'm talking 5-figure checks. We're getting on every 2-week basis. I'm paying my guys cash, and I can't survive till the next 2 weeks. Partying. You should never give a 24-year-old that much money. I did this for 2 years. My nights consisted of getting home off the job about 6 p.m., going down to the house, not seeing my kids, not seeing my wife at the time, who's now an ex, obviously. And I would go in, shower, grab my 6-pack, pop my pills, get the party started, go to the bar, close the bar down, go with the boys up to Columbus to the Bad Boys Club, close that down, roll in at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep, be up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, do it all again. Horrible life. 9/11 happens. Everything dried up. Within a month, there was nothing going on. Economy crashing, housing market's gone, no construction cleanup. Construction's halted. Out of business. Wife at the time wanted nothing to do with me. I wanted nothing to do with her. I move out, got to work, got a little bit of money left over, not a lot. You know, I had enough to have a good time, do my thing. I ended up getting a bartending job. I always wanted to be a bartender. Well, that lasted for a couple months, and then I ended up getting promoted, got into management, met this cute little girl, ended up married to her, so I ended up in the restaurant industry, starting a new family. I've always got this side hustle I call window cleaning. Got about 15 accounts I always maintained on the days off and stuff like that. When you got a lot of kids, man, you got to hustle. Started to build up a small clientele, residential, regulars from the bar, customers from the restaurant, just here and there, not really knowing how to do residential because I always focused on commercial. 2010 comes, I switched to Applebee's. Applebee's was fine. It was a fine job. Made good money. Problem is I wasn't seeing my kids. I wasn't seeing my wife. You start growing apart. Restaurant life, you become a family. The people in it become, you start talking to them more than you do your own family. It's a good industry, but you have to have an even balance with family life, period. So I made it about 2 years at Applebee's with the general manager job. My daughter was a kindergartner. I hadn't seen her in weeks. And I ended up just having at it with the Applebee's. I didn't want to do it no more. So I went and took another bartending job. I couldn't find a way. You have that wall. Sorry, I'm smoking. You have that wall of, it just seems like you can't get through it. You can't get over it. You can't, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with my life? Is the restaurant industry where I'm at? But I always had this little side hustle I called window cleaning. And I always talk to Ron on a daily basis. Him and I have talked every day since the 90s on a regular basis. He's still doing commercial at the time. We'd always talked about the residential window cleaning, but where? How do you start? I mean, this is before the groups got big on Facebook and before the information was all out there. You couldn't get that information. It was starting, but it wasn't like there. Just wasn't there. 2012 was probably the tryingest year of my life. It was one of the worst years of my life. It was a devastating year of my life. I didn't think I was coming out of 2012 any good. Was broke, 3 months behind on the rent, 3 months behind on the car payments, no motivation. So I settled. I took another job. I went to a restaurant called O'Charlie's. And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go work for them, get the GM position, go back to this life, make sure our bills are caught up, and do the right thing. I'm 7 weeks into training. I got 1 more week of training. They're going to make me a GM at one of the other restaurants. All my bonuses go up, all that good stuff. It's all good, right? In comes the window cleaner. I'm watching him, going, that's what I need to do. That's what I want to do in life. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And I just quit. I'm done. I'm 1 week away from training, GM of my own store. I gave it up. I'd seen a post on Craigslist looking for subcontractors for residential window cleaning. On top of that, you had to do gutter cleaning. I'd never even cleaned my own gutters. I've never cleaned a gutter in my life. We got a truck, bought some ladders, bought the equipment, and ran with it. So in the spring of 2013, I grabbed Joey, he's 15 years old at the time. And I said, come with me. We're gonna go do this thing. He was doing school online, so I just needed a gopher just to make sure. I was a commercial window cleaner, man. I was okay on ladders, but Ron always did the ladder work. You get what I'm saying? So I just needed somebody to spot me all the time. So we're with this company, and the company we're subcontracting off of, I live in Columbus, Ohio, and we would have to go down to Cincinnati, stay for a week, go over to Pittsburgh, stay for a week. We do that once a month. We'd have to go to one or the other. We just learn. I mean, we would be doing, especially when you went out of town, man. When you went out of town, these people stacked the list. You would be doing 35 to 50 houses a week. And they had to stack it because they only had a cleaning crew down there every 2 weeks. And if you missed any job, it was 2 weeks out no matter what. You just worked your ass off. We were making 60% of the take, and it was just a money grab. So I looked at my wife. She wasn't fond of this gamble, man. And I said, we're going to do this. So I went out and got the business license for SureShine. Got that all handled, taken care of. By February of 2014, we were licensed, insured, ready to rock and roll. The company that I was subbing off of needed our help, so we went and helped them. And we ran an ad. We ran our first ad on Amazon that April. And I'm not even kidding you, we sold almost 200 jobs our first weekend. First weekend launched, we sold over 200 jobs. I had to immediately cut off this company and go start working my butt off. At the same time we were doing this, I had gotten with the biggest AM radio station here in town, the news radio, and we had traded out 70 gutter cleanings. I gave them to them for free. For $16,500 worth of free radio advertising on their radio station, plus a full day of our company being just promoted like crazy. We became an overnight sensation. I'm not even kidding you. The phones were going crazy. And it's just me and Joey. I've had my hiccups since we launched in 2014. And one of the greatest things that ever happened because of this is when I came back into window cleaning, Ron was doing amazing. Amazing. This dude is always amazing. He's never left window cleaning. He'd fallen off a ladder, took him out for 6 months to a year. I mean, this dude has just been through everything, but he still built his company. But he never ever had jumped to the residential side of things. When he seen what I was doing, he goes, yeah, I see what you're doing. I want to be a part of that too. Because commercial, there's just not the money there is in residential, you know what I mean? So he didn't take my route. He goes, I'm just not, he goes, he went a whole different route. He went and bought another company and took it that way. So him and I built two different ways, and we both rose, you know what I mean? He does make probably more money than me. Absolutely. Because, I mean, he works harder. He's a worker, man. He's just an amazing guy. So if you made it this far in the video, I'm sorry if it's boring as shit, but if you made it this far in the videos I'm going to bring out over the next couple weeks are going to be how we grew on daily deal sites, how we used Angie's List to build, how we use Facebook now. It was a learning process of different marketing ideas that we learned how to do. I don't like to spend money on marketing. You'll learn that from me really quick. I like the free stuff. I like the stuff I can do with, sweat equity. I'm not a big fan of taking cash out of my pocket. Since 2013 and learning the process of the residential and then launching in 2014, it's taken us this amount of time to build up to where we are now. Right now we're at a clientele Rolodex of over 6,000 customers. We are built. Joey and I can work every day, all day, no matter what. The phones always ring. I don't have to market unless I want to, and I usually market early spring, early fall. I'll probably run some ads this month just to show you how we run them ads, because that's one of the videos I want to update. A lot of guys spend a lot of money on Google right at once. We just did our other ways of marketing and let the natural flow of Google happen. So now in our area, we're always #1. But I mean, that's just because we built over the year. There's places I want to go. There's things I want to do with this company that I would envision from the beginning, and we'll take it to that level. You know, I'm 45 now. I've got about 10 years of doing what I can do at my level right now, and then I have to have an exit plan. It took a long time to get where we're at, and we're not where we need to be yet. So if you're getting down on yourself and you're like, it's just not building as quick, maybe you just need to find a new way to market, or maybe you just need to find different ways to get your name out there, or maybe you just need to put in the work. You know, when I was younger, I thought things would just blow up overnight, and you don't realize all the hard work you have to put in to get to the next level, if that makes sense. Let me know how you built. I want to know your story, so make a video or leave me a comment, and if you don't have a channel to put the video up, yell at me in the group or on Messenger, Tim Huber, and send me some video and I'll put it up on this channel. I guess I want to end this video by saying I really appreciate all the struggles and hard times I went through, and I really appreciate the people and the mentors that have been in my life, stuck by my side and made sure I am the person I am today. I'll get better tomorrow. I always do. Don't give up. If you have a dream, just don't give up. Push for it. Don't settle. I can't stress that enough. Never settle. You're worth more. You always are. Become a master of your trade. Going to do it right, and just be on top of things. That's all I got. Talk to you.